Hey guys, it's Tinashe. So, it's been about however many years since COVID sort of rocked and wrecked everybody's lives. And me and my family had not gotten COVID up until, I guess, a couple of weeks ago. So, I decided to tell you guys what my experience was like. I should start by saying I am fully vaccinated. I don't have my boosters, but I have both vaccines or both shots of the vaccination from Pfizer. But I haven't yet gotten the boosters. However, I have those two shots. Anyways, so what happened was on, I guess, 2 days before Christmas, me and my husband both came down with like a sore throat kind of thing, or we woke up on the 23rd or something, and then we said, hey, I'm feeling like I'm getting a sore throat. Me too, kind of thing. So we just assumed we had a cold. And so we just decided to cancel Christmas just out of responsibility particularly for the elderly people in our family. And we're really sad about that, to be honest, because we haven't had Christmas since this whole thing started, right? Anyways, so we canceled Christmas and we're kind of okay with the idea that this is it. We just have this cold and we just have to deal with it. And on the 25th, on Christmas Day, like I guess from the 23rd and until the 25th, my symptoms were basically like I had this muscle pain just on my back. Not my middle back, but just the side, almost like just sharp pain. But it was so painful that it wasn't really muscle. It was almost like I pulled something like a ligament type of thing. I tried using Voltaren and all types of massage things my husband did, and it just wasn't helping. So perhaps that was the first symptom. I had lots of headache, nagging headache that just wasn't going away. But again, I didn't think these were symptoms at all. I just thought I was just, happened to have a back pain, and I happened to have headaches unrelated to anything. And I also happened to have symptoms of a cold that I was dealing with. Anyway, so on the probably the 26th, or maybe the 25th, I don't remember, we did a COVID test because my husband couldn't smell our son's poop. Like, I could smell poop in the house, and I was just like, dude, we need to aerate this house because it smells like poop. He couldn't smell a thing. And so anyways, so at that point we test him, and then he had a super faint line on his test, and he couldn't see it, but I kept insisting that there was a line. And just out of curiosity, I also decided to test myself, because at that point I had more symptoms than he did. He just had like a dry cough that was kind of just lingering, but at that point I was like runny nose, coughing and headache and all these things. And so, but still I thought I had a cold. So I test myself, and my lines came through super strong. Like undoubtedly positive kind of thing. Anyways, so for the next couple of days, I was dealing with the same symptoms, less headache, but then I started just getting the runny nose thing, and then my cough just developed bad, and then my throat just really got bad. So like at night in particular, I'd have this like horrible sore throat where I'd feel like I'm eating glass. That's the best way I can put it. It felt like I was just chewing on, or just like playing with glass in my throat or something like that. Like it was just that sore. So I tried all types of lozenges and that sort of thing, salt water, rinse, blah blah blah. Nothing would help. I also suffered from fevers for about 5 days. And it pretty much just got to like 40 once, but most of the time it was like 39, 38, like just 38, 39. And some days I would wake up drenched, like just all my clothes and sheets are like wet from sweat. What else can I say? And then the other symptom that I haven't heard anyone talking about, but for sure it's happened to me, is I have blocked ears, like, you know, the feeling of like when you go up altitude, like, so I don't know if you go in a plane or an elevator or something, your ears kind of pop. I have that feeling and it's still there. I'm now at, what day is it today? I don't know what day it is today. Today must be the 7th. And I'm still experiencing like blocked, like I just keep wanting to go like to pop my ears. About 2 weeks now, I've consistently had a cough, I've consistently had a runny nose, I've consistently felt tired. The muscle pain has stopped, so it stopped after maybe a week. The headaches also are stopped, and then the other symptom for me that's still lingering is I feel lightheaded sometimes. I am drinking enough water, so I don't think it's a hydration thing, but yeah, so that's pretty much what I've experienced for my symptoms. In terms of what I've been taking, like I said, I took lozenges, and then I also, for a couple of nights, like the really hard nights, I took NyQuil and Dayquil, NyQuil, and then sometimes I'll take Tylenol and Advil during the day, but I haven't been doing that for probably 5 days now. I'm just kind of letting it just work itself out. But all this to say, 2 weeks later, I'm still symptomatic, and I just am looking forward to just being over this. Apparently the variant that I have is likely the most contagious variant, which is I guess it's a subvariant of Omicron. And I hope that this kind of helps remind people to wear their masks and take the precautions they feel they need to in order to protect themselves, and talk to your doctors about, you know, that sort of thing, because while it's honestly not the worst I've ever felt in terms of being sick, but it's definitely an inconvenience because you can't go do your normal things. You also have to then be extra vigilant in terms of keeping it to yourself. So in our case, we have a little boy who's about almost a year and a half, and the scariest thing for me as a mom is just I didn't want him to be sick, and the truth is, obviously, I'm all over him all the time, and so I had to like kind of wear a mask the minute I found out that I was testing that positively. I've been wearing a mask every single time in the house, and I only stopped wearing a mask when I stopped being super coughy, if that makes sense. So just in the last 2 days, I stopped wearing a mask. And luckily our boy has not yet, he doesn't seem like he has had COVID so far, and hopefully it stays that way, or if he does get it, I hope that it's not like difficult for him, because for little kids right now, they're dealing with a lot of like, I don't know, RSVs and LMNOP type of lung coughing diseases, seasonal flus and whatnot. So I hope that that isn't something that we have to deal with him. I'll end this video now. I hope it was helpful. If you found it helpful, please thumbs up and leave a comment. Yeah, I'll see you in my next video.